So here we have a new 2024 Genesis Electrified GV70. Now this one is all-wheel drive with 2 electric motors, 1 on each axle, and it is in the advanced trim level. Now each of those electric motors gets 160 kilowatts, and then the battery is a 77.4 kilowatt hour battery there, and then that gets us up to 236 miles on a full charge. But as we come around to the front end here, LED headlamps, LED daytime running lights, you can tell it's electrified because of course there's no grill, and then on top of that there's a charge port here. So you do get DC fast charging capability, and you do get that 800 volt system, so up to 350 kilowatt hours in terms of the charge speed there. And then for the wheels, these are going to be 20-inch alloy. Nice look there. Passive keyless entry on the front 2 doors. The memory seat functions, power windows, electronic child locks and rear window locks there, power door locks, power mirrors, and we can power fold those mirrors, and those do have blind spot monitors in them. We get a power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And there's our power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar support. But I have that seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs in my driving position. But a huge shout out to Genesis of Cool Springs for allowing me to review this GV70 Electrified today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And I apologize for the wind noise. Of course, it was quiet until I started filming, and now it won't stop. But MSRP $68,835. Let's go ahead and check out this room back here. I'm gonna lower this window so I can get better lighting. Actually, I can turn this on too, but I'm gonna zoom out as well. Okay, legroom, what I would expect in the GV70, basically the same room I always have when I review this vehicle in particular, so not terrible. I could move the seat back up a little bit more, but where the seat's so bulky, that's kind of why my legroom's getting intruded on just a tad. But down here, we do have our rear AC controls, which are automatic, and then we have 2 USB-A charge ports down there. There's a view of the front from back here. And our middle seat folds down, bottle holders are there in the middle. And that's a look with the sunshade all the way up. We're gonna go ahead and make our way towards the back of the vehicle. Now another telltale of this being electrified is there is no gas cap on the back, but there's a look at the back end there. We do get our LED tail lamps. So a nice looking rear end there, if I do say so myself. And then I took a lot of the plastic off of here. These are wrapped pretty well, so that's a good thing. So nothing gets scratched up during delivery. But that's there, some master back here. And then we do have additional storage, a charger and all that in there. Now on the right side, we do get a netted pocket, a 120 volt 3-prong household plug-in, then a 12 volt there. And you can hit that latch there to fold your seat down. And that's the difference with the seat up on the left side and the seat all the way folded flat on the right side. And then here we have our cargo cover. So you can lock that into place there, and then pretty easy to undo it and retract it back. But I mean, just a very nice looking SUV in my opinion. I'm actually impressed by how Genesis did this because, again, you can't really tell that this is an electrified version of the GV70. Pretty much every other EV that comes out, you can tell, especially if they just redid it from a gas-powered counterpart, you can tell the differences. But here, not so much. Power front passenger seat, 4-way power lumbar. And then to the glove compartment that is lockable. All of your owner's manuals and such are in there. But just a very nice, sophisticated look here. Now there's nothing much to see in the engine bay, but or where the engine bay would be. So there's that. But let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. See what we're working with here. I'm gonna zoom out just a tad to get a wider view. So there's the leather wrap steering wheel there, horn. Now, the third way you can tell if this is electrified or not, this boost button is only gonna be on the EV version, so there's that there. Now back to the screen, or to the screen, excuse me. I believe this is a 14.5 inch diagonal display. So I really like how Genesis has this set up. It's just like a regular GV70, it's just like EV oriented. So it's pretty impressive in my opinion. So you can see the range and whatnot there, location, closest chargers, and then the map here, pretty easy to find your destination, points of interest, type it in, whatever. And then for audio, we do get AM, FM, XM along with Bluetooth, and then we get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto compatibility as well. And then just to our settings, I'm going to show you how you can change your languages and all the stuff that people mostly ask me about. So date and time, language, units is all in that setup under general. Backup cameras here, the guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. You also get that bird's eye view as well. And I love this setup because I can see the backup camera, the bird's eye view, and then the navigation or whatever I have on that right side at the same time. And then the same thing, you do get a front camera. So I'm in drive, and then I can hit that camera button, and there's that there. And down below here, we do get dual zone automatic climate controls with 3-stage heated cooled seats. We can adjust those, and then we can adjust fan direction, turn on or off there. I have it set to auto now, so there are 3 different intensities you can choose to get to your desired temperature, or you can turn that off there and just use the regular fan speed by adjusting there, because all of this is touchscreen. So, and then we do have shortcuts here. Hazards are there, but map, nav, you can set up this favorites button, then you have radio, media, and setup. Down here, we do have our drive modes we can toggle. So we have Eco, Comfort, Sport, and then a My mode along with a Snow mode when you go ahead and hold this drive mode button there. And then parking sensors, volume can be adjusted here, tune knob there. You can click there for mute as well, or to turn the audio off. And then you have your shortcuts for the radio and this knob, which is actually pretty cool in terms of how easy it is to use, and it looks nice too. Then we have our auto hold here, and then our shifter is pull for drive, tap for neutral, pull the other way for reverse, press P for park. And then down in here we have a wireless charging pad, a USB-A, well 2 USB-A ports, excuse me, and then that wireless charging pad indicator right there. We can actually stow all that away if we want to. Bottle holders are here. Center console cubby space, and that does have a 12 volt and a removable tray too. Up here, that's the roof, and I'm gonna zoom out for this. What's impressive is most EVs, I shouldn't say most, but a lot of your EVs just have the fixed glass roof. But this, because it's a GV70, still has your sunroof that you can retract there. There's a view of the back seat from up here. And then up here, we have our lights we can adjust. Sunglasses holder. And then our vanity mirror here with the light. I'm gonna zoom back out. Well, actually, I'm gonna say zoomed in here. It's better to see. Now, left side stalk blinkers. And you can see that we have those cameras going off when I turn the blinkers on. Headlamps, auto. Now in auto, we can turn the auto high beams on there. And then in the regular low beams, we can just toggle the high beams there, cut them off there, and then we can flash as well. And then we do have automatic wipers, so one time off, auto, low, high. We can adjust the auto sensitivity here, and then pull back for the, or push back for the rear wiper fluid, pull up for the front wiper fluid, excuse me. And we can toggle the eye pedal or all the levels in between for the regenerative braking, so we can let off here and then maximize our braking on that left side. This mode button goes through your audio sources, voice recognition, volume control, click there for mute, You can go through your track list or radio station presets here. And then we also have our favorite steering wheel button. So I'm going to pull this up so you can see. You can customize your steering wheel mode button. You can customize your steering wheel custom button. And then you can customize your button down here if you want to there. So just tons of stuff you can customize to make it yours. Hit this button to go through your gauge cluster submenus, and then you can go through each one if you can here. And then you do have your smart cruise. You can adjust that there. Lane centering, and then the gap adjust for the cruise control there. Again, we'll test that out on the test drive. Push button starts here. And finally, here is our key fob. Very nice. But next, let's go ahead and take this Genesis GV70 Electrified out on the road for a test drive.